What were you saying about it being your second family? Can you say that again?
Yeah, I feel like everyone here in ACL is my second family.
I see you saying that on Facebook, and it makes me really happy.
And there's something about being really young and being among the youngest.
It's just a strong, to me, it's just a strong inner reminder that it's worth in life to take the risk.
You're saying that you can't be recorded in English.
Because in Portuguese it's so much deep than in English, because in English I have to think a little bit before saying, so it's not exactly the same. But that's how I feel. I wish I could say in Portuguese.
You can ask me questions. Yeah, that will inspire me to talk a lot.
Together, or you want us to be apart?
What impressed me was there it's about being the best self, not only being compassionate to the other, but also being compassionate to yourself. And yeah, it's about love. And I think I have a big longing in my heart for love. I think it's the most important thing in life.
And it changed my life as a human being and changed my life as a therapist and changed my clients' lives. I without question.
Being part of the ACL community brought me the awareness that my struggles are not just my own, that I can be open-hearted and allow whatever I feel to be present. It also helped me cultivate the courage to give voice to my deepest fear of rejection and to connect with people all over the world in a secure space.
In a genuine, truthful, deeply connected, feeling that we're really one, caring for each other, supporting each other to flourish.
I will try. That's okay. I think I got it.
Yeah.
So I'm a psychologist, and one thing that I'm most proud of, Joanne, is that I was named by New Harbinger Publications as one of 13 badass psychologists who happen to be women. And I literally kick ass as an advanced practitioner of Kajukenbo, which is this martial art that combines a number of different disciplines.
I'm not surprised. That's wonderful.
So I'm a psychologist. I'm a research scientist at the University of Washington. And most importantly, I'm the founder and executive director of Awareness, Courage, and Love Global Project, which stems from Functional Analytic Psychotherapy, or FAP for short, which I co-created with my spouse, Robert Kohlenberg. So FAP is this therapy that harnesses the power of the current moment interaction between therapist and client. What we found is that when we showed up as vulnerable human beings with our clients, that rather than trying to fix them, just being with them and reflecting for them their best selves and holding their pain and being there with our truest selves, being in the present moment with whatever it is that you're feeling and thinking, and holding it with tenderness for both yourself and whoever it is that you're interacting with. And also being aware that we're all part of this global family, that we all have struggles and we all just want to love and be loved. and just holding that space for ourselves and others. Courage is being bold and true to ourselves in this moment and in every moment, rather than living a life trying to fulfill other people's expectations, to really be tuned into who we are at our core and what it is that we want to bring out into the world. Love is this value that, to me, represents just being with what's beautiful about ourselves and appreciating that, and also reflecting for other people what their best selves are. And recognizing that there are just so many different languages of love and that they're all valid and true.
I think that there's different levels that ACL has impacted me in the last few months. I've been here for a few months. And I think the biggest one is, like, personally, as a person, the practice of going in and having the training and leading the meets, it's just made me a more, I don't know, a nicer person, a gentler person. People who have day-to-day interactions with me have been noticing, and that's great. I come from a cultural background of being really tough and like direct, and when you change cities, that doesn't mix well with the local culture of being more polite. So I'm glad I didn't become more polite. I become gentle and compassionate.
The first group, when I was in the first group, well, I said, it was a wonderful space. I want this in my life. I want this space in my life. It was love, courage. It's like the awareness, courage, and love. That words, and in the practice, that was how it was. Yeah.
You grow to know the people in our little community, you know, and it becomes a comfort to know that they're going to be there. I'm going to be able to talk to them. We're all going to be in this little bubble, like, you know, this little bubble in time and space together. And on top of that, we're able to have these really deep connections with each other.
I think the most important thing for me in ACL is just to be able to show my truth, my real self of others, and I think that's what is meaningful to me.
I'm someone who thinks authenticity is very important, and I was scared of being authentic towards other people. And I think that ACL has taught me to be more authentic towards others and to find connection in being so authentic.
What's meaningful to me about ACL is that it brings the best of who people are to the surface. Like, they tune into themselves, and then I get to see this transformation right in front of my eyes. I get to see their sorrow and their joy and who they really are. What I live for, Joanne, is maskless encounters, like people taking off their masks and being really genuine.
To have the opportunity to connect and truly connect, and even through a computer screen, I just feel energetically such a deep connection. And every single session, you know, you meet somebody completely different from completely different part of the world, and you feel like you know that person and they get you.
Well, I can't even imagine how to live without it. It would be how do I say that? It would be a vacuum in my heart to end it right now.
The Awareness, Courage and Love project really aligns with my values, and what I want to do in the world, or my little small part of the world. And I've been involved in your monthly group, and it's wonderful because it's a Monday morning, and the first Monday of the month, so it just starts my month in a beautiful way with my heart full of love and connection and belonging.
For the first time when I heard about it, it was from Sabina, and I watched your speech on TED as well, and I thought, okay, there are big words, awareness, courage, love, and they're like so meaningful, but I didn't really get it, what we're gonna do during those meetings. Sabina told me about it, but I am a single mom, so I'm very good at doing stuff, not just being on its own, you know. I'm not very good at it. I'm used to saying the word every day. But I remember, I think it was our second meeting, it was about family. And actually, an hour before the meeting, I found out that one of the members of my family just died. And I called Sabina and I told her, you know, I wasn't, those news didn't really come to me. I didn't really think about it. I wasn't in a grief yet because I didn't really feel it was real. And then during that meeting, we told people that something happened, but I'm okay for the moment. But all the love I got and the support, I remember when the meeting was over and I started, like, I just sat down and started crying. Just all that grief just started for me. And for the next few days, I received messages from people I never met before. And they were saying, oh, we think about you, we're there for you. And that was the moment, that was the meeting when I felt what ACL is about, that it's really like, wow, kind of experience.
I share this experience all the time that I started giving classes. I also tell them that first email that I asked about information and I received such a kind reply, not only with my questions, but I felt seen. I was not being answering my questions because I would be one more student in the training, but you were taking care of me. And at that moment, I looked at that and I said, I want to become exactly like this person. I want to take care of other people on this way.
What's so sweet to go back then and remember the first one is that I actually made a new friend, a dear friend of mine. I got to know her from the first ACL meetup. And it is so beautiful that we are a group of people who keep on meeting each other, not all in all meetups, but there is this connection. And despite the fact that we may not exchanging messages or after the meetups, it is this magic connection that we all have, and we go back and remember the moments or the moments of interactions. So this is very powerful for me. As
the first time I hear these three words, boldness, warmth, courage, and love, and I'm still how to say that word. I'm moved by these three words because I think these three words is the key words in the relationship. Yes, and we always talk about many words, but I think these three is very important because awareness is very important if you want to know more about yourself, others, and the environment. And also you need courage. Yeah, and the most important is everything should be under love, the feelings of love. Yeah, the ability of love. So that's ACL. I think the name is very, how to say, it's amazing. Yeah.
I realize that it can be inspiring to others, that it can be helpful for others, that it can be a model for others sometimes, a model in vulnerability sometimes. I notice that in that moment, I notice like, oh, I can actually be that that stone that causes a ripple effect. had always just received the ripples, but yeah, this was really eye-opening.
I found in this project a lot of courage to start to be connect with what are my feelings, what are my emotions, and what is my intention, or how I want to be in this world with me and with the others and with the planet. So in this short time, I found the ACL project and I became trained by you and all your team. I found a lot of skills for this proposal in my inside, like the way I want to be in this world.
These words will be big, but maybe, you know, ACL is about something big. That I think that we just, it's like changing the world, changing like ways of communication, of showing up, of being together. And it's just like changing our world for better, like do something really good for other people and for the whole planet. So, you know, these meetings are so crucial for my life, for our life. Just, we don't want to stop because it's a beautiful opportunity to do something really important.
Where we don't do therapy, we don't give advice, we don't speak from knowledge, but rather we listen to others with the heart, respecting the vulnerability of those who are there from a compassionate, open, sincere look under the values of the ACL. Hopefully, every time we are more around the world supporting this project that tries to help from the heart and not from a place of personal interest.
And this is ACL because I'm taking the risk of recording this message not in my native language, but it's just to get out of my comfort zone. I feel a little bit nervous, but I send you my warm love, and I invite you to see us in the gap. Try to live your life and know more about ACL, living in awareness with courage and love. Ciao.